Once upon a time, in the Andalusian city of Guadix, where Andalusia shone with knowledge and thought, and was known for its cultural and civilizational diversity, in the late 11th century AD, a boy was born named Abu Bakr Muhammad ibn Abd al-Malik ibn Muhammad ibn Tufail. Ibn Tufail grew up in an environment flourishing with knowledge, but it was also experiencing political turmoil and internal conflicts among the ruling powers, which affected his career and life. From his childhood, Ibn Tufail displayed exceptional intelligence and an insatiable curiosity. He was not like other children who played in the streets. Instead, he spent long hours studying books, contemplating the universe, and trying to understand the secrets of existence. During that period, Andalusia was experiencing intense political conflicts between the Almoravids and Almohads, and then among the Almohads themselves. Perhaps he was not imprisoned like some of his predecessors, but he suffered from isolation and doubts, and he had to exercise wisdom in dealing with the authorities. He understood that his role as a philosopher was to illuminate the path for minds, and that truth was worth fighting for. He continued to write and teach, leaving behind a vast legacy of works in various sciences. Ibn Tufail is considered one of the most prominent philosophers of Andalusia and a pioneer of rationalist philosophy in the Islamic world. He also made contributions to astronomy and mathematics, where he was known for his precision in observations and calculations. His ideas were transmitted to Europe through translation and greatly influenced European philosophical thought during the Renaissance, especially philosophers like John Locke and Rousseau. He passed away in Marrakech, Morocco, in 1185 AD, and it is said that he died by poisoning, which adds a dramatic touch to the end of his life. Ibn Tufail departed in body, but his intellectual spirit remained alive in his books, especially Hayy ibn Yaqdhan, which became lighthouses illuminating the paths of knowledge and understanding. His story is the story of a human being who believed in the power of reason and the importance of seeking truth, even if the price was facing hostility and hardship. He understood that knowledge is cumulative, and that every civilization builds upon the efforts of those who came before it. And his most important work is his philosophical tale, Hayy ibn Yaqdhan. He believed that truth could not be hidden, and that a free mind was the most powerful weapon against ignorance and injustice, but he was also realistic in dealing with his circumstances. These challenges strengthened his resolve to spread his knowledge and defend his ideas, but in a wise manner. And belief in the power of independent reason are the keys to success in any field. It reminds us that challenges can be a catalyst for creativity, and that truth is worth fighting for. Ibn Tufail was a model of the philosopher who combined solitude and contemplation, knowledge and action, and left an indelible mark on the history of human thought. Ibn Tufail found himself at the heart of these political storms. He had to deal with the vicissitudes of power, make difficult decisions, and maintain his intellectual independence in an environment that often did not accept philosophy with complete freedom. He was humble despite his vast knowledge, patient in his research, and persistent in his pursuit. This philosophical tale tells of a child born on a remote island, growing up alone, without any contact with humans or traditional education. Through observation, contemplation, and pure rational thought, Hayy ibn Yaqdhan discovers the secrets of nature, then moves on to understand the laws of the universe, and then realizes the existence of the Creator. This story is a symbol of the power of the human mind to reach truth on its own, and it shows how a human can build knowledge from scratch. This story was a revolution in philosophical thought and greatly influenced philosophers after him, not only in the Islamic world, but also in Europe. He was known for his love of wisdom and his ability to reconcile knowledge and action, and philosophy and Islamic law. He did not aim for fame or wealth. His ultimate goal was to serve knowledge and truth. He believed that philosophy was the path to understanding existence and drawing closer to the Creator. His bold philosophical ideas, which advocated for rationalism and contemplation, provoked the resentment of some traditional jurists and some rulers who saw philosophy as a threat to their authority or their faith. His keen eyes caught the finest details in philosophical and scientific texts, and his young mind sought a deeper understanding of truths. He studied the Arabic language and its literature, then delved into the sciences of Islamic law, but his greatest passion was for philosophy, medicine, astronomy, and mathematics. Ibn Tufail believed that true knowledge lay in reason and independent thought, and that man was capable of reaching truth on his own, even if he did not receive traditional education. This idea was a central theme in his thought and would later be embodied in his most prominent works. He moved between the cities of Andalusia, from Granada to Seville, then to Marrakesh in Morocco. He worked as a physician, then a secretary, then a vizier and advisor to some princes and rulers. Each position was a new window into a world of challenges and drama. He personally witnessed the rise and fall of states, the alliances and conflicts of rulers, and the loyalty and betrayal of people. He saw how human conditions changed and how societies were affected by political decisions. In the prime of his youth, Ibn Tufail began his scientific and practical career. However, Ibn Tufail's journey was not paved with roses. At one point, Ibn Tufail was subjected to great pressure due to his intellectual stances. Despite these challenges, Ibn Tufail never ceased to contribute. Ibn Tufail possessed a unique personality. In the field of philosophy, his story Hayy ibn Yaqdhan was his immortal masterpiece. In the field of medicine, Ibn Tufail was a skilled physician and wrote many works on medicine, especially in pharmacology and the treatment of diseases. Ibn Tufail was a bridge between Greek and Islamic thought, and he paved the way for the emergence of great philosophers after him, such as Ibn Rushd, who was his student and friend. In his later years, after a life full of scientific and philosophical contributions, Ibn Tufail retired from political positions and dedicated himself to knowledge and writing. The story of Ibn Tufail teaches us that the passion for knowledge, perseverance in seeking truth. Let generations be inspired by the story of this great philosopher, and let them follow his determination in seeking knowledge, and let them know that true happiness lies in the light of reason, and that knowledge is the way to understand existence and draw closer to perfection.